Yo, what is good, everybody? Welcome back to another MLW video. It is me, Dynamic, back again. Today we're going to be looking at some power rankings. I'm going to be comparing it to the power rankings I had at the start of the season that I kind of put out, and we're going to be comparing them because things are a lot different now. So guys, before I start the video today, I have to say this, man. Make sure y'all go ahead and subscribe. Now, we did really good with subscribers our last video. We gained like 15-20 subs since our last video. So make sure you guys are early, bro. I'm going to take this channel all the way to the top. So make sure you guys are early. Be here before I get 1K subscribers, man. That would be awesome. Also, obviously, I'm posting MLW videos like twice a week. So you don't want to miss out, man. Make sure y'all subscribe, like the video, share with a friend. So at number 1, I have the Mallards finishing at 10-5. I know this is kind of a cop-out pick because obviously they are number 1 in the league right now. Now, at the beginning of the season, I actually had them at 5, and they were like a dark horse team for me that I thought, hey, maybe there's a chance that they're going to miss the playoffs. But they've been looking really good this year. Jordan Robles is just super dominant. Preston Coleman has taken that next step. And Trey Flood right now is hitting the ball really well. But the main reason why I think they're going to be number 1 isn't because they're number 1 right now. It is because if you look at their schedule, they have a lot of opportunities to win some pretty big games. Now, they played the Predators here in Slate 3. I think they're going to come away with that one in 2-1 because they just have the momentum right now, and the Predators are a little shaky. So I think the Mallards will topple them and win that series 2-1. Then they play the Wildcats. I think they're going to lose that series 2-1 just because, the Wildcats at this point in the season, in my opinion, are going to kind of be, trudging along, really trying to make the playoffs. So I think that actually the Wildcats will beat them in that series. And then they play the Magic in the final series, and I think that they are going to clean sweep the Magic in their final season. Yes, I think they are going to clean sweep the Magic. So number 2, I have the Eastern Eagles, who I actually have finishing at 9-6. Now, before the season started, I had them finishing 3rd, and then in Slate 1, I was like, they actually might finish 8 because they didn't look too good, and the league's so competitive, you never really know. Well, after they just swept the Wildcats, their team is back. They have the energy, they have the momentum. No offense to any of the guys on this team, they kind of have like this little dorky kind of persona on their team, but in my opinion, it works out really well for them. They don't have an ego on the team. All those guys blend really well together. I think Slate 4, they're going to play the Predators. I think they're only going to take one of those games. But then in Slate 5, I think they're going to beat the Cobras 2-1. And I mean, that's really only 3 more wins in 2 more series to get to 9-6. Because right now, they already have a winning record. And if you go 9-6 in this league, well, guess what? That's going to get you where you need to be. So at number 3, I'm going to go with the Gators, who I think will finish 8-7. I had them going number 4 in real life. I thought they were a little bit overrated, and I think my prediction was kind of right. They look to be a bit overrated, but here's the reason why I think they're going to go 8-7. Okay, so right now they are 3-3, so they would need to go 5-4 to kind of get to that place, but it is very possible for them. I think they're going to go up against the Cobras. I think they're actually going to lose that series because they kind of lost momentum after losing to the Magic. So I think they're only going to take 1 game from that series, and then they're going to go to play the Diamondbacks, and I think they're actually going to beat the Diamondbacks in that series. I think they're going to beat them 2-1, and it's going to be a good look for the team. And then they're going to play the Wildcats, and I think they're going to beat them 2-1. I think they're going to be one of those teams, kind of like we saw last year, where they're not doing so great, and then they rally at the end, just win a couple more series, and somehow get the 3 seed, even though it looked like they were going to miss the playoffs. They just feel like one of these teams. Obviously, they have Steggs, they have BN, they have Jason Chadwick, they have all these guys that, in my opinion, are pretty solid. It just needs to kind of blend together. They have a good culture there. It's just they don't really have the experience, and we'll get to that. Then at number 4, I'm going to go with the D-backs. I actually had them finishing 1st in this season overall, but I just think that there's a couple question marks I have about them to keep them from finishing 1st. Obviously, I haven't seen a lot from Nick Saylor, who just got traded to their team, so we're going to need to look at that. But my prediction for what's going to happen, I think they're going to beat the Magic in Slate 3 2-1, and then I think they're going to just grab 1 win off the Gators in Slate 4, and then come Slate 5, and I think that they're going to beat the Predators 2-1. I just think that they're going to be in this position where it's like they need to win these last Slate 4, Slate 5 games, but you got experience from guys like Jimmy Norp, you got Jonah Heath on the team, you have Michael Shima back, so you have all these guys that are really experienced. This is a good group of guys who won those 2 World Series back to back. So in my opinion, experience, especially in this league, never fails, and it's going to at least get them the 4 seed. I just don't see this team getting like a 5 seed, 6 seed, or even missing the playoffs. Then I have the Wildcats finishing with the 5th seed. Now, in my first video, I had them finishing with the 6th seed. They were looking like they were on their way to like a top 3 seed, but then all of a sudden out of nowhere, they get swept by the Eagles. It just wasn't a good look. Things started falling apart. They couldn't really hit super well. The pitching was actually pretty decent. It was just that the Eagles took advantage of a couple different things. So that's obviously something that I got to take into account. And then I think what's going to happen is they're going to play the Mallards. I think they're going to overcome that series. Even though I have the Mallards winning the entire league, I guess, in going 1st seed, I still think that the Wildcats are one of those teams that they're just good enough to beat any team in the league. It just depends whether it's their night or not. Then I think they're going to go against the Gators. I think they're only going to win one of those games because I think the Gators are going to be hungry, but it will be enough to get them into the playoffs with a 7-8 record. And then 6th, I have the Magic, also finishing 7-8. Now, I had them going 7th in my original power rankings video. However, a lot of things have changed. The rookies have been panning out great. The players who didn't play great last year are starting to play better, like Jack Agner. So, you never really know with this team what you're going to get, but I think they're going to be a fringe playoff team. I think they're going to squeeze in. Here's what I think is going to happen. I don't think they're going to do anything crazy, anything unexpected, but I think they're going to do something that is going to be kind of season changing for them. So obviously, first slate, which is slate 3, they go against the Diamondbacks. I already said this. I think they're going to lose 1-2 against the Diamondbacks. I think that's a really polished Diamondbacks team. It's going to be hard for the Magic to get hits off of them because they got great pitchers. So that's just going to be tough. Then 2nd series against the Cobras. I think that the Magic are going to sweep the Cobras. Yes, I know this is kind of a hot take. It definitely might not happen, but I just think right now the culture that the Magic have built is so much different than the Cobras. So I think that they're going to go and sweep. I just like the matchup right now with them. I think that their game 2 pitchers are better than Drew Davis. I think that RJ is going to have himself a game. The Magic always seem to play decent against the Cobras. So it's just something that I'm predicting will happen. And then in the Mallards, I think they're going to get swept. So, I mean, you can look at it either way. Maybe they beat the Cobras 2-1. Maybe they lose to the Mallards 1-2. They just have to make sure that they pick up 3 wins in those last 2 slates, and I think they'll be fine. Then, number 7, I'm going to go with the Predators. And I know there's a lot of Predators fans who watch my videos, a lot of Predator fans that are out there. I'm not seeing it with this team, guys. I'm just not. I had them 2nd going into the season, and now I'm going to bring them all the way down to 7th. And it doesn't really have much to do with the team itself, but more if you look at the schedule and the teams that are playing. They easily have the hardest slate 3, slate 4, slate 5 schedule out of any team in this league, and it is undeniable. First slate, which is slate 3 from where we're at, they play the Mallards. They're going to come away with 1 against them. They try their hardest to win that series. They just can't. The Mallards are too good. They have too many good pitchers. They have too many good hitters. It's going to overwhelm the Predators, who are inconsistent. Then the next series, they go against the Eagles. And in this prediction I have the Eagles. Obviously, they sweep the Wildcats. They're going to be on a roll in this, right? So I think it's generous to say that the Predators will even pick up 1 game. There's a chance that the Eagles sweep the Predators again. The Predators do not hit well off of Dallas Allen. The Eagles usually win games against the Predators, especially as of late. I don't think that's going to stop. I think the Preds will pick up 1, but I don't think it will stop. Then they're going to play the D-backs in kind of a win or go home slate 5. I think they're only going to pick up 1 of those games. The D-backs need to win those games too. Remember, this is a very, very close league. And for some reason, it just, in my mind, I'm going to take the experience of the Diamondbacks. They've been there before. In my opinion, they have the more established veterans. And right now, the Predators are still kind of a question mark in their head. I don't really love the hitting of those guys. I think Evan Porter and Ryan Cratch on the mound is amazing, but the hitting just throws me off so much for this team, and you need hitting. So I'm going to have them finishing with a 6-9 record. However, they put together 2 more wins, and they're a fringe playoff team, right? It's just that hard schedule. And then 8th, I'm going to go with the Cobras finishing 5-10. I just don't really understand it with this team. I mean, they're going to struggle to win game 2s unless Drew Davis starts picking it up. The hitting is decent. It's just, once again, with the schedule that they have left, it is not super easy. I actually think that they have a chance with the schedule that they have left, because out of all these teams, the teams that they're playing are kind of make or break teams. They have the Magic, who obviously we know they're pretty inconsistent. They have the Eagles, who, yeah, they just won a series, but a lot of people have been saying that they're not very good. And then we have the Gators, who just got destroyed in the series. And the Cobras are playing the Gators right after that. So I think the Cobras will pick up 2 wins against the Gators. I think they're going to go into the Magic game or series and get swept. And once again, this might not happen. If they pick up 2 games here, if they pick up a game, they're in a really good position because they're probably going to knock the Magic off and they'll probably make it. Honestly, the Cobra and Magic season depends on that Slate 4 series. That is the biggest series of the season. Everyone should be tuning into that. And then I have them going, the Eagles winning 2-1, just because I feel like they're going to be riding this wave. And obviously, you know, the Cobras, I love Caden Irwin. I hope he can keep it up, but I'm just kind of almost betting with these power rankings that he's going to start to bend a little bit, just because you can't pitch that good for that long. I mean, there's been some guys that have done it, and I'm not saying Caden can't do it. I'm just saying it's really hard. But let me know what you think of my power rankings. There's probably a lot of people that are like, Pred should be higher, Magic should be lower, D-back should be lower. Just tell me what you guys think. Put your own power rankings in the comments. You know, I'll try and respond to them. And make sure y'all subscribe, man. Just subscribe to the channel. Be early. Be that first one, man. Be the people that are here early, bro. All right. Thank y'all for watching, and peace.